to another episode in Science 7. Good day, Philippines! Good day, Northern Mindanao! Good day, Miss Science Oriental! This is your teacher for today, Mike Ashala Diamomo, your partner in learning.
Learn with Teacher Micah.
Are you excited to learn something today? That is great! I am too! But first,
Here are some friendly reminders. Number 1. Use your science activity notebook in answering the exercises. Number 2. Listen and stay focused in our lesson for today. Number 3. Observe honesty and integrity in doing the task and checking your answer. And number 4. Have fun! What I need to know.
our episode for today is about distinguishing mixtures from substances based on a set of properties. Mixtures and substances are found everywhere. Maybe you are not aware of it, but in our day-to-day activities, we deal with mixtures and substances. Substances are pure from matter, while the mixtures are a combination of two or more substances. The food you eat, the clothes you wear, the soap that you use to wash your hands, the alcohol that you use as disinfectants are the combinations of substances to form mixture.
In this episode, the most essential learning competency is to distinguish mixtures from substances based on a set of properties. After working on the activities, you are expected to: Number 1. Identify properties of mixtures from substances. Number 2. Perform a simple activity to distinguish mixtures from substances. Number 3. Cite useful products obtained from natural mixtures. This episode is made to help you learn mixtures and also the substances. It permits you to use different learning situations. You will be guided to process the contents of the learning resource while being an active learner. Before we learn about the distinguishing mixtures from substances based on a set of properties, let's have a review of your past lesson. It's review time! Previously, you learned that pure substances are homogeneous and is made of one particular kind of matter. They are either classified as an element or a compound. Gold, silver, calcium, a glass of water, sugar are examples of pure substances.
Let's have a short break before we continue with our lesson.
Gusto kong maging guro. Gusto ko maging sundalo. Gusto kong maging nurse. Gusto kong maging doktor. Gusto kong mag-aral.
In a world that is full of uncertainties, one thing is for sure. Children don't stop dreaming. DepEd Miss Orr is poised to be more as it wipes out uncertainties by giving more opportunities through education for all our learners. We are ready to bring excellence as we maximize and optimize our resources in education, and these resources are in our possession: talents, technology, and time. Our teachers, resilient as they are, adapt into the new normal. As repositories of time-tested strategies, they prepared self-learning modules covering the most important learning competencies to deliver relevant lessons in 203 days through physical, virtual, or online modalities. Technology can break barriers, but it can also create barriers. So we make sure that the technology that we use is available in our teaching and learning environment. One strategy on how we optimize the use of technology is through our project modem, or Misamis Oriental Digital Education Mainstreaming. Now, almost 100% of the districts has established the ICT network, which facilitated the delivery of training and other initiatives to now almost 100% of our teachers.
As teachers, we need to make ourselves relevant by adopting techniques that facilitate learning in the new normal.
All these are covered under Elevate. This is to ensure that methodologies used in teaching and learning are varied, learner-centered, and multimodal. DepEd Miss Orr will continue to scale up organizational accountability and responsibility to acquire fresh new perspectives on school leadership through Project SOAR 2.0. All these initiatives are being laid because DepEd Miss Orr believes that education is a non-negotiable basic human right, and since children's safety is paramount in this time of the pandemic, our modalities should work to their advantage.
This COVID-19 crisis is a test of our character. It teaches us resilience and creativity. It sparks our confidence to try and fuels our tenacity to succeed. It ignites within us the desire to excel and to be more.
What I know! Today, we'll learn about the distinguishing mixtures from substances based on a set of properties. Every product you use at home, in school, and everything you see around us are all made up of mixtures and substances. And now, let us test what you already know about the topic. Identify the letter of the answer that corresponds to your choice.
What I know. Number 1. You mix soil and water in a jar. After a few days, the soil has settled to the bottom of the jar and the water is at the top. What classification of matter is this? A. Compounds, B. Elements, C. Mixtures, D. Pure substance. The answer is letter C. Mixtures. Number 2. If you mix oil and water, how many phases would you observe? A. 1, B. 2, C. 3, D. 4. The answer is letter B. 2. Number 3. Which of the following describes a heterogeneous mixture? A. Clear in appearance, B. Uniform in appearance, C. Has one observable phase, D. Particles can be seen settled at the bottom of the container. The answer is letter D. Particles can be seen settled at the bottom of the container. Number 4. Which of the following is not a mixture? A. Distilled water, B. Rubbing alcohol, C. Soy sauce, D. Salt. The answer is letter A. Distilled water. Number 5. It is the process of separating coconut pulp or sapal from coconut milk? A. Crystallization, B. Distillation, C. Filtration, D. Flotation. The answer is letter C. Filtration. Number 6. Table salt dissolves in water. How will you describe the resulting mixture? A. Has two phases. B. Light cannot pass through. C. Homogeneous in appearance. D. Heterogeneous in appearance. The answer is letter C. Homogeneous in appearance. Number 7. Which of the following properties identifies a pure substance? A. Soluble in water. B. Tasteless and odorless. C. Has a constant boiling temperature. D. Can be changed from liquid to gas and back to liquid. The answer is letter C. Has a constant boiling temperature. Number 8. Which property of substances is similar to that of a solution? A. Fixed boiling point. B. Fixed composition. C. Sharp melting point. D. Being made up of one phase. The answer is letter D. Being made up of one phase. Number 9. Which of the following mixtures can be separated by distillation? A. Alcohol in water. B. Alcohol dissolved in water. C. Oil in coconut milk. D. Salt in patis. The answer is letter A. Alcohol in water. Number 10. Which of the following is not a heterogeneous mixture? A. Fruit salad. B. Milk. C. Soft drink. D. Alcohol. The answer is letter D. Alcohol.
Very good! I am sure you got all the answers correct.
What is it?
From the activity 1, you have learned the properties of mixtures based on your observation. Here is the deeper explanation about it. A mixture is a physical combination of two or more substances. The components of a mixture, which can either be solid, liquid, or gaseous phases, can be of any proportion. The following are the sum of the characteristics and properties of a mixture.
Number 1 components retain its properties after combining them. Examples: number 1, salt combined with water. The result would be salt-water mixture. The salty taste identifies the salt as one of the components of the mixtures. Example number 2, sand combined with gravel. The result would be sand and gravel mixture. Both components can be identified. Number 2, chemical system, both homogeneous and heterogeneous. Example, letter A, salt combined with water. The result, salt-water mixture. Letter B, sugar combined with water. The result, sugar-water mixture. heterogeneous system, two or more observable phases. Examples, letter A, sand combined with gravel, the result will be sand and gravel mixture. Letter B, sand combined with water, the result would be sand and water mixture. Letter C, oil combined with water, the result oil and water mixture. Let us proceed to number 3, boiling point. Vary in a mixture. The boiling point of mixtures differs while the boiling point of substances is fixed. Example number 1. Pure water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Number 2. Water added with salt boils at 102 degrees Celsius. Number 4. Can be separated by a physical process. These are some ways you can separate mixtures. Decantation. The particles of the mixtures are allowed to settle down and less dense particles are poured off. Example, letter A, cooking oil combined with water. Cooking oil is less dense, hence it floats in water and can be poured off. B, rice grain combined with water. Rice washing can be poured off. Distillation involves the process of evaporation and condensation. Letter A, purifying seawater. As heat is applied, water evaporates and white crystal residues remain. B, alcohol in water. As heat applied, alcohols evaporated first while water remained. Filtration is the process of separating filtrate from the residue by passing through the filter paper or strainer. Filtrate is the liquid that passes through the filter paper. Residue is a solid which remain in the filter paper. Example, letter A, coconut milk pulp. Coconut milk passed through the strainer while coconut pulp or sapal remain as residue. B, calamansi juice extract. Calamansi juice passes through while the seeds remain in the strainer. Letter C, muddy water. Water passed through the filter paper while the mud remains on the filter paper. What I have learned. Activity 5. Fill me in. Directions. Fill in the blanks to complete the paragraphs below by choosing the correct words found in the box. Write your answer in your science activity notebook. A blank is a physical combination of two or more blank, which can be separated by blank means. Its components can be mixed in any proportion, which could either be blank, blank, or gaseous spaces. A mixture can be homogeneous or blank. On the other hand, substances are blank form of matter which can be separated by blank means. Boiling point is another property of mixtures and substances. The boiling point of a mixture, blank, while that of a substance is blank. Useful materials can also be obtained from natural mixtures like oil, which can be obtained from coconut extract. Let us check your answers. Mixture, substances, physical, solid, liquid, heterogeneous. Homogeneous, chemical, various, fixed.
Now, let us test what you have learned from today's episode by answering the given questions. Identify the letter of the answer that corresponds to your choice. Are you ready? Let's start!
Number 1. Which of the following describes a heterogeneous mixture? A. Clear in appearance. B. Uniform in appearance. C. Has one observable phase. D. Particles can be seen settled at the bottom of the container. The answer is letter D. Particles can be seen settled at the bottom of the container. Number 2. Table salt dissolves in water. How will you describe the resulting mixture? A. Has two phases. B. Light cannot pass through. C. Homogeneous in appearance. D. Heterogeneous in appearance. The answer is letter C. Homogeneous in appearance. Number 3. Which of the following mixtures can be separated by distillation? Letter A. Alcohol in water. B. Alcohol dissolved in water. C. Oil in coconut milk. D. Salt in patis. The answer is letter A. Alcohol in water. Number 4. You mix soil and water in a jar. After a few days, the soil has settled to the bottom of the jar, and the water is at the top. What classification of matter is this? Letter A. Compounds. B. Elements. C. Mixtures. D. Pure substance. The answer is letter C. Mixtures. Number 5. Which of the following is not a heterogeneous mixture? Letter A. Alcohol. B. Fruit salad. C. Halo-halo. D. Powdered milk. The answer is letter A. Alcohol. Number 6. Which property of a substance is similar to that of a solution? A. Fixed boiling point. B. Fixed composition. C. Sharp melting point. D. Being made up of single phase. The answer is letter D. Being made up of single phase. Number 7. It is a process of separating coconut pulp from coconut milk. Letter A. Crystallization. B. Distillation. C. Filtration. D. Flotation. The answer is letter C. Filtration. Number 8. Which of the following is not a mixture? A. Dark coffee. B. Fruit salad. C. Pineapple juice. D. Sugar. The answer is letter D. Sugar. Number 9. If you mix oil and water, how many phases would you observe? A. 1. B. 2. C. 3. D. 4. The answer is letter B. 2. Number 10. Which of the following properties identifies a pure substance? A. Soluble in water. B. Is tasteless and odorless. C. Has a constant boiling temperature. D. Can be changed from solid to gas and back to liquid. The answer is letter C. Has a constant boiling temperature.
I know and I'm sure it was so easy for you. Good job, grade 7 learners! We will learn more about Science 7, so stay tuned for our next episode. Additional activity.
Agreement. One benefit of studying mixtures is the production of useful materials in our daily lives. The physical ways that are applied in doing this is easy and can be done simply.
Example number 1.
We can obtain sugar from sugarcane by applying heat.
Number 2.
Barong fiber can be taken from pineapple leaves by scraping it.
And lastly, number 3.
Bath soap and shampoo contains extracts from the leaves of an aloe vera plant.
Alright, this is what you are going to do. Make one mixture using materials found at home. And which do you think will be useful? I know you can do it, grade 7. Announcement and reminders. Please read your modules in advance so you can be ready for our next lesson. When in doubt, or even if you need assistance, you can always ask help from your parents, siblings, friends, or even your teachers. Your teachers are always ready to help you out. This has been a fun learning episode. This is your partner in learning, Teacher Micah, saying, you can learn something new every day if you just listen. Goodbye, everyone!
Learn with Teacher Micah.